So I was at a facilitation on Tuesday for my other business, which I've done for over 20 years. And I don't have to do very often, and it's very good at paying the bills, so I can do what I love and do this. And I was waiting there. You do a lot of waiting around, doing nothing. So I was a lot of time to think, which is a good thing when I do those. It makes me appreciate what I really love doing. And I was thinking, I was in this beautiful office of this defense law firm, mahogany, granite, brass everywhere, huge big screen TVs, white noise, and it's quiet as a morgue in that place. And a lot of people work there. And I was just thanking my lucky stars that I didn't work at a place like that. Nothing against people that want to work at a place like that, but it's just not for me. And it's ironic that there was a time many years ago where that's the kind of place I wanted to work at. And I have worked at places like that. And now I get to go back, thankfully not too often, to places like that. And I don't have to work at them as an employee. And it makes me appreciate what I do, which is this, and making people feel great and helping people, inspiring people to live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives. And it made me think back to my life and some of the things I've done, and made me think about when my parents, we moved from Detroit to Grosse Pointe when I was in 7th grade, between 7th and 8th grade. And it was kind of a huge culture shock for me. I think any kid moving around the middle school, high school years can be pretty traumatic for them. And the kids in that area were a lot different than the kids that I was used to hanging out with. And I was used to being kind of top dog and popular where I came from in my school in Detroit. And all of a sudden I wasn't anymore, and I was looked at as different. I never experienced that. Kids said that I was African American, black. I don't know. I did have an afro, and my family does have African American in it, but no one ever really pointed that out to me, and it was a big deal. And I was picked on and tested quite a bit in those early years. And the thing that gave me confidence, that got me through, was fitness. I was in basketball. I wanted to be better at basketball. I didn't want to. I hated the feeling. The first week of basketball tryouts were just doing wind sprints, which was an eye-opener. It really separated the men from the boys, if you will, and the people that really wanted to be there. There were some good players that didn't have the work ethic or the mental toughness to just do sprints. And I hated that feeling of wanting to throw up and not having enough energy and breath. So I started jogging when I was a sophomore in high school to get in shape for basketball. And so I wouldn't have that feeling. My uncle, Bogdan, was into lifting weights, and I spent a lot of time with my cousin growing up, and I'd go over their house, and he'd have muscle and fitness magazines and his weights, and I could see him getting bigger and stronger, and something attracted me to that. And I knew, it's the old getting sand kicked in your face, the old magazine articles that Charles Atlas, and you work out and you become bigger and tougher, and then people don't pick on you. And that's what I wanted. I wanted that. I didn't want people to pick on me. I hated being picked on. So during my sophomore year, I started jogging. I started hitting the weights. A friend of mine, his brother was big into weightlifting, and he had to keep his equipment in my basement, which my parents hated. He was a total musclehead. And I was supposed to be practicing my instruments, my saxophone, my guitar, and I would work out in my basement instead. And I got that transition of getting bigger. People noticed in high school. All of a sudden, I had a nice physique, and it gave me confidence. And that confidence is everything. And I didn't get picked on as much. I figured out that I knew how to fight for some reason. And I was good at fighting. I was good at lifting weights. I was good at jogging. And I was good at that. And it gave me a lot of confidence. And and here I am today. I'm a coach. I own a fitness business, health and fitness, mental toughness, and it led me to where I am now. I had to go on a journey between there. I couldn't have done this. I did look at opening a gym right after graduating from undergrad from Michigan, but I wasn't ready. I had to do a lot of stuff to mature before that, and it wouldn't have been as good if I had gotten into that sooner. So there's a reason for everything, and that fitness, there was, the moral to this story is, if you feel some passion about something and it goes through your entire life, there's probably a reason for that, and it's probably what you're meant to do. And you need to tap into that and listen to it and do whatever you need to do to make it happen, so that you can get up every day and enjoy what you do. Because there's nothing worse than getting up, going through the grind, and not enjoying what you do on a daily basis. Does that mean it's easy every day? Does that mean you don't have trials every day doing what you love? Of course not. There are trials in this every day and things I don't like, but there isn't a day that goes by where I'm not excited to do this and to help other people and do what I love in fitness and strength and conditioning. So hope that helps, and that's my story.